Hello students, as we have seen that with the help of the postulates of Bohr's atomic model, we can calculate the radius of any orbit, the velocity of any electron and the energy of any electron in a particular orbit. Last time we have discussed that how we can calculate the radius and the velocity of a particular electron. Now we will be discussing how we can calculate the energy of an electron in Bohr's orbit. Now, as we know that the total energy of any electron, if I am going to symbolize this by the symbol E, it will be the sum of the two energy contained by this electron, and that is the sum of kinetic energy as well as potential energy. Now, if I am to indicate the kinetic energy, the formula what we can use here is half mv square, where the potential energy can be indicated by the symbol minus kZe square divided with R. Since here the one form of energy is in the form of mv square and the another form of energy is in the form of kZe square divided with R. So to be convert into the same form, we will be using the Bohr's postulate, and according to the Bohr's postulate, the electrostatic force of attraction on any electron, that is equals to kZe square divided with R square. It should be equals to the centrifugal force, that is equals to mv square divided with R. From here we can find the value of mv square, and this mv square will be equals to kZe square divided with R. So by putting the value of mv square from the Bohr's postulate into this equation, here the value will be half kZe square divided with R, and plus minus the multiplication of this will be give the negative sign kZe square divided with R. On solving this, we will be getting with the negative sign half kZe square divided with R. So that is the symbol, that is the form of energy. Now from this Bohr's postulate, last time we have calculated the formula to find out the radius. Here I am directly using the formula, and as we know that the radius of any orbit can be given as n square multiplied with the Planck constant square, that is h square, divided with 4 pi square m kZe square. So if I put the value of this R here, now the final formula of this energy, will be equals to minus 2 pi square Z square k square me4 divided with n square h square, and by putting the value of all the constants here, we can find out the form of energy. Here this 2 is constant, pi has a constant value, that is 3.14. This z indicates the atomic number, that's a variable, so here we will not be putting the value of z here. K is a constant, and since we are going to go for the calculation, we are going to find out the energy in SI unit, so here the value of K will be 9 into 10 power 9 Newton meter square per Coulomb square. The mass of any electron, it's 9.1 into 10 power minus 31 kg. E is the charge of electron, the value is 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 Coulomb. N is a constant, and H is a Planck constant, the value is 6.6 into 10 power minus 34. In SI unit it is joule into second. So by putting the value of all these constant here, finally we will be getting the value of energy. It's equals to minus 21.79 into 10 power 9, and the variable what is here is multiplied with z square and divided with n square. Here the value of energy that we are getting is in the form of SI unit, that is joule per atom. But the most common form of this energy that is asked generally in the competitive exam is in the SI unit, where we use the electron volt as the unit for this energy. So if we convert this joule into the electron volt by using the interconversion relation between these two, the value will be minus 13.6 z square divided with n square, and the value is electron volt per atom. So that is about the energy of any atom, and by putting the value of n square n and z, we can find out the value of any electron related to a particular orbit. Now here if I talk about the value of energy, so here we can see that there is the negative sign. This negative sign indicates that this electron is under the attraction force towards this nucleus and it is bounded to the nucleus. For this, from the help of this formula, if we go for the calculation of energy, we will be finding that the nearmost shell to the nucleus, that is K shell, it will be having least energy, and as we move farther from the nucleus, energy of the electron increases. It's found maximum at the infinite distance, and at infinite distance the energy of an electron is taken as 0, that is the maximum possible energy related to this atom electron.